sometimes we have two different camps of prospects and customers that come to us. The first one is like, hey, we want to trial by fire. We want to make all the mistakes. We don't know what asset hierarchy we want, but we're just going to start using it because that's how we want to learn. And then the other camp of it is like a very methodical approach where we're going to plan out, week by week, what we're going to do. We're going to plan out all of our assets. We're going to build the best hierarchy. Does the former ever work for that in your experiences?
In my experience, very few organizations actually go back and implement and learn from what didn't work and make those corrections. I've been with organizations who have done that. I've made that mistake in my first CMMS implementation. I didn't take the time to map everything properly and build that asset hierarchy properly, mainly because I didn't know how important it was and what it allowed us to do. But once it's in place, you never have time to go back and fix it.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. You're always like, all right, I'm just going to do it right now. I can always go back and fix it later, but very rarely does that ever happen. Absolutely see your point there, James.
And, there's lots of good places to start. If you don't know where to start with asset hierarchy, there's blogs, there's podcasts on it. There's even an ISO standard on asset hierarchy that you can use as a baseline to get started.
Absolutely. 55,000, ISO 55,000, right?
Actually, that's the asset management one, but the one that specifically talks about asset hierarchy and asset data and failure data, that's 14224.
All right. So let's go check out that ISO standard.
I'm telling
Sounds
you,
like I've got to do the same.
Yeah, it was developed for oil and gas, but every industry has used it in applying how to build a hierarchy, why we need a hierarchy, how to build the relationships between parent-child assets, those sorts of things. It's covered in there in depth.